Happy Friday! Let me try that again with the mic on. And welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. As you can see, I've kind of played around a little bit. I finally figured out how to zoom in my camera with this new software. And also gave myself a little lesson in how to do something like this, so that eventually, if any of the cats appear, we can have a little cat cam down here. So we'll see if we end up being able to use that at all. But for now, it's just me, because the cats are downstairs where it's cooler. So where we left off, we were hoping to rescue the Scions last time. We have not rescued the Scions yet. Although, are we ultimately all that surprised? No. But we did a bit of reconnaissance. We learned the Imperial salute. We got some clothes. And we have to now go take those clothes to Ul'dah and Limsa in order to get them repaired, so they look nice, spankin' new. And we also did some other side questies, helped out the people of Mordona, of St. Cognac, and all that stuff. Got to ingratiate ourselves with these people. And this is not for us. And we also ran a couple dungeons last time. So let us head to... Let's go to Ul'dah first. And take care of... Or are they both in Limsa? No, Weaver's Guild is in Ul'dah, yes. Let's go to the Weaver's Guild first. And then we go to Limsa and go to the Armorer's Guild. Weaver's Guild. Ah, you must be the adventurer Gale Fairheart. Welcome, welcome. My lord Sark Malark sent word that you would be along. So what garments are these that require attention? Oh my. Well, I'm certain you have your reasons, and I shan't question them. Nor do you need fear that I will spread gossip. Thank you, sir. Notice this very large axe on my back that knows that. My lord Sark Malark is one of our very best clients. These days I'm told he spends more time roaming the land as an adventurer. Far be it from me to question my lord's taste, but I struggle to understand why a man of his fabulous wealth would forsake the comforts of his estate for a life of danger and hardship. And the repairs are done. I was instructed to prioritize swiftness, and so I did. While I can't vouch for the protective capacity of the garments, they certainly look the part, even if I do say so myself. Payments? Never you mind that. Sending my regards to Lord Sark Malark will be payment enough. And on to Limsa. Aft Castle is probably best. Gale Fairheart, I have been expecting you. Sark Malark gives me to understand you come on his behalf with unusual helms. Yes, Very unusual indeed, though no more outlandish in order than I have come to expect from the merchant prince turned adventurer. Your awkward staring tells me that I said something improper. Oh, Sark did not mention his background to you. That was likely his intent, but I suppose there's no help for it now but to tell you the whole story. Sark Malark is the son of a successful Ul'dah merchant. Though still tender in years, he has an eye for profit and has made millions in his own right. Having achieved thus, he turned his attention towards his true passion, adventuring, and he left the management of his fortune to trusted aides. The helms are ready. With a little more time I could have achieved a fair higher quality finish, but I was given to understand that you are in some haste. These should serve your needs well enough. Lest you wonder about payment, Sark Malark has already settled the bill. Do pass along my regards when you see him next. And back we go. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Repaired, Imperial uniform. Standard issued light infantry, the battle gear reinforced with carbon and cement fibers to provide maximum protection. The outer layer has been repaired to appear good as new. So says both. Yes, these will serve beautifully. Both Aethelwine and Hazan never fail to impress. The quality of their repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear that Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interest of the realm. Okay. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. Took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I'm seeing, Castrum Centri deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of the shell, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols, dressed up in your shiny tin suit, and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's Toll as you can. Like as not, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit 'em hard and make off with your Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's patrols sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. I do seem to be having a bit trouble with probably too many programs open, so we'll close that one there and see if that speeds things up a bit. I don't think you guys are saying anything new. Yep, nope. Same old, same old. Come on, Shadow. Let's go do this. Oh, I should probably wear my gear. There we go. Now I'm an Imperial soldier. It's so quiet. Shh. We don't want the Garleans to know we're here. We'll do this ASMR style. My wife bore me a son not long after I was sent here. I can't wait to go home and meet him. They say it's our duty to bring civilization to these lands, but what if these lands don't want civilizing? Get moving, you lot. The quicker we march, the sooner this'll be over. Did you hear about these insurgents? Apparently they've got their eye on the Castrum. Personally, I'd like to see them try to take it. It'd serve to list the tedium. All the coin I make doing this goes to the wife and the country. If it turns out she's been squandered on fancy clothes and gewgaws, I will not be amused. Imperial salute. Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Why, certainly. No, Mud Puppy, we don't have time. All the way up there? Why all the way up there? When lit, this tube emits a continuous plume of white smoke used to inform others of one's current position. That's not very bright. I hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it'd be best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper! Let us make an example of these insurgents. Maybe I should have changed my clothes back. No, medic. You're not curing anybody. No, I think I did fine in my Imperial gear. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Well, yeah, I just beat it up. Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Huh? But aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Heart chocobo. I heard that! A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Gale. Whee! He didn't have to throw him. He just could have picked him up and placed him there. It's not that high. Oh, the poor thing's limping. So what kind of random stuff are we going to have to do while we wait for the repairs? Also, for the record, I will eventually have Gale be doing both end content stuff that's story related, but we're going to wait to do that until we get all the way to 3.0 because of time. That stuff won't get nerfed. The magic tech armor? Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. What do you think, Gale? She's a beauty, isn't she? Ever seen an ironworks engineer at work? Well, you're in for a treat then. Stand back and enjoy the show. We've had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give these two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. 'Twas a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Every little thing she does is magitech. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core, which drives it, is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Centri had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution, to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just have to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No, well, typically they cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind foot the bill, it's for a good cause. Back to Thanalin we go. Oops. Goldsmith. Hello there! Come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphinaud's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it. Excuse me? Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphinaud has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmith Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. I have words to say to this boy. In the wake, you're still gonna say the same damn thing. No. We gotta talk. I'm not your manservant. Wanna go in? Hardly needs saying, but try not to be seen. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. The clockwork soul of a mammoth. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphinaud, coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Yes, she's alive! Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Gale, would you care to do the honors? This is the Ironworks' first major project since my return. I mean to see that it's a success. I've overseen 100 such tests, but they still play hells with my nerves, and that's without the Chief watching. Hop into the pilot's seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north as quick as you can. Apparently I went the long way around. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Gale. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition, and it should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their senses as feelings! Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Click. Come on, everyone, let's give Maggie a warm welcome. Really make her feel at home. I take it Wedge's suggestion has given you pause. Well, I don't blame you. The lad does have some rather unorthodox ideas. Still, unorthodoxy did not give us language, tools, clothes, or machina. Short of a better idea, I don't suppose it wouldn't hurt to try. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do, anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of a worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland! No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it! Bloody hells. Gale, protect the armor at all costs. Yay! 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 Uh-oh. Chief, look! She moved! Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Centri and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. And now she's got her decal on her. What do you think, Gale? She's a beauty, isn't she? Ever seen an ironwork? Oh, we already did that. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart above board the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not to be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Big and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're prepared as we're as prepared as we're like to get. How go your preparations, Gale? We leave as soon as you're ready. Galamunt, you came! Aye, thought I'd give you all a roarin' send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women we're about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folks, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister, too, pretty little thing she was, gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us, and rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then I'd get revenge on the Empire and become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I need. But nigh on 2 decades since have gone by, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes, and you've already done more'n I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Galamunt. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? At any road, you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and now don't you pretend you ain't. I've got a few folks who'll take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afeard I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, there's some as would call me craven, but I'd prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not in swordplay. Helping folks like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety any success. May Roger give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Centri, just outside the Strongholds patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise. You mean the one I've been currently wearing when I didn't need to. Or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. But why? I went up to do the Imperial salute. Why would I not wear my uniform if I'm going to go pretend to be an Imperial? Seriously. Oops. Ha! Okay then. Forgive me for saying so, but you cut quite a dashing figure in Imperial black and crimson. Ah, but now is not the time for jests. I didn't mean to take a picture of Sid, I want to take a picture of me. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Centri lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphinaud and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we're able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the Stronghold, posing as the patrol returning from duty. Should Alphinaud and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Whee! That's so unnecessary. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, and lest you wonder, Ida and Y'shtola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphinaud and I attracted too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, Gale. May the 12 keep you.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridiana.
Yes, milady.
And there's that mud puppy that attacked me. Ah, but it's nowhere to be seen. Perform Imperial salute to the Imperial soldiers 1, 2, and 3. Good day, sir. Just checking in. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. So engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too, had the tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't me, have a look in the storage tower when you next pass that way. Castrum Centri has been placed under high alert. Those found where they do not belong will be summarily punished. How do I look, Gale? Do I cut an imposing figure as a Garlean soldier? That's a fine salute. Part in the maintenance crew from Oxidens, are you? Welcome to Castrum Centri, engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not gawp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now, show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. Security's tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there, and, oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, all right. I dare say you know who I mean. The svelte blonde? Goodness, no. It's the Lalafelian lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her into my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? What's this? You need access to the storage tower? What business have you there? At the tribunal's behest, you say. This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make the lady wroth. Take the identification key. See that it is returned when your errand is concluded. A thin, rectangular piece of what appears to be cermet, used to deactivate certain Magitech security terminals. The prisoners, they are being held in the storage tower, as you should know, soldier. No! Minfilia and the rest, thank goodness they're safe. I am the one you want, leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life and you shall answer to your mistress. Tataru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire Castrum know we're here. You're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the 3rd Squadron? What is it? The Reaper? Seized. When? And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left the trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. What the? Strike my last! Eliminate the intruders! My hero. Excuse me. I'm working on it, Papalymo. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Okay, let's try again. Do 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 do. Oh, bloody hells. Ha! I dodged it. Alright, go to work, boys. No, you will not overpower me. Oh, wait, Medicus. Gale, I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. Yeah, nobody else has thought of Thancred. I thought of Thancred last time. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away ere the window to our liberty closes shut. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them! Fail, and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eyes of an Ahriman, Ul'dah. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the Castrum's walls which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. You stole us just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amongst the freight like the vermin that you are. I should be sure to have words with our rat-catcher. Such negligence is unforgettable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia Sass Junius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Sands, you who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall you suffer to plague Eorzea a day longer. Betake you to your guard. More intruders! Protect the tribunus! Confound it! Yida, with me! After them! Where is His Excellency? In his hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, 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 no! There they are! Fan out and surround them. Must protect Tataru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. No, Wedge, don't do it! Oh no. Gale, hold him off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Whatever is generating that field. Must find it. That shield. More shields! Bring forth the Colossus. More like a colossal waste of iron.
Take the leader! Kill the rest! What the?
The Ashtola! Pray, forgive us our delay!
Papalymo! Minfilia!
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Fool of a took.
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there.
It's a mammoth soul.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One, 2,
3.
4.
I don't speak. Bye, Maggie.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power, the power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Allag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Allagans used it to crush primal and foe alike. And now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius! Look! There! Beside the Black Wolf! An Ascian! An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
Lahabrea. It could only be him. Thancred! He was Lahabrea? No. No, this cannot be!
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No. No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryle, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in some
taken an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque. The item I
but
requested.
the battle is far from
ready?
over. And so long as we stand
Wonderful.
together,
I'm sorry
there
to
shall
press,
ever
but
be
we
hope
need
of
it
victory.
urgently. How soon can it be delivered?
the people of Eorzea
I
falter
am
for
your
want
debt,
of
my
such hope.
friend.
Let us provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
Yeah, only if she's in charge, not you.
Regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hells take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Slafferson the order to sail. That is all. The Maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Royal. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Baelsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primal's fate. Pardon my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one, for if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all of our peoples. Once the people of Eorzea learn that the signs of the seventh dawn have returned, they will surely rally to our cause. We need only sound the clarion call. Nope, not you, not you. Deep in the heart of my heart, deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. True-la-loo-la-loo. Oh, Gale, I hope my singing doesn't bother you. I'm rather fond of this little ditty. It reminds me of home. What do you think, Gale? Was she impressed? Do you think she might consider, That wasn't at all how I expected things to play out, but at least we escaped with our lives. Sorry we had to resort to such dramatic methods to escape. Things escalated so quickly that Alphinaud and I saw no other alternative. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as Ultima Weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let's go to the Alliance leaders, Gale, and help them make the right decision. Grim tidings, Gale. It would seem that word of the Ultima's weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering, yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Gale, and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Oh, my back is killing me. I've been in this chair too long. Oops, that's the wrong button. That's a 45. And we're at a 46. Let's go do that first. Costa del Sol. I know, they're making this huge ultimatum and we don't want them to make a wrong decision. But wait, I have a job quest to do. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people? The armor that could consume the very soul of the most puissant warrior? Very well, if you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg of you, Gale, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean, I care not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster, leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient text, all has been for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you, and yet I feel certain that in spirit you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Gale. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Kurthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. Hand over the breastplate, Gale. After much wrestling with the thought, I cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. Gale, I am sorry. I did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I have wrestled long and hard with the matter, and this is my decision. I cannot trust you with this power when I do not even trust myself. Aye, that's right. I won't attempt to don this plate again either, nor will anyone, not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Gale. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and emerge victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you might find an answer of your own. Okay, got my next move. Alright, now we can go stop them from declaring surrender. If I can get to the right button to click. Oh, come on. Yes. No. There we go. There we go. There have been no cats in this room for me to test my cat cam. The Council of the Alliance leaders is presently in progress in the Fragrant Chamber. I must ask that you step away from the doors, sir. I'm sorry, you're here on the behalf of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lord, of course you may enter.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Baelsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes
who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Reborn. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alphinaud, Minfilia, and 7 hells. Master Garland?
She pronounced the D. I love it.
And you, dear friend.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Aye. Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, We Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Raoban?
Sid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war, yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire, for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
Not a mouse mouth.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Raoban, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Ul'dahs who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round, on account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For
Eorzean!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
I do want to see if one thing... Nope, not that one. I always assumed voices meant just like of characters, but I wonder if it means dialogue too. So we'll try that. Alright, let's go to the Waking Sands, not via Kurthus. Oops, that wrong. Fourteenth trip. My dear sister drew her last breath here, in battle with the Empire. To her, the fight for Eorzea's future was more important than her homeland. True to her beliefs to the end she was. No matter how dark the night, one day the dawn will break. As long as brave souls like yourself take up our cause, the Scions will never stand down. As one age endeth, and another doth arise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? Souls from aether far, strangers from strange lands, yester with thine eyes, morrow by thine hands. Thou and thy fellow warriors of light had led us from the darkness of the seventh umbral era, as was written in the divine chronicles. Yet peace is ever fleeting. When the darkness writheth resurgent, I pray thou wilt bring the light to bear once more. Arvinald. I should have done something, done anything, but I didn't. And now Aaba and Alye are... I will not let it be for nothing. I will earn this. We came away with our lives, though our losses weigh heavy in our hearts. We must carry on for those who have fallen. My shift number? I don't know, 14. When my shift ends, I'm going to drink myself blind. The counter-offensive to come will require the total commitment of every allied nation, as well as the flawless coordination of all forces. I pray the Council understands this. Had I not intervened, that Garlean soldier may well have done for Yida, lowering her guard in the heat of battle as though she were on an evening stroll. How much of a scatterbrain can she be? Well, at least we cannot fault her for being inconsistent. Instead of gratitude for coming to his rescue, Papalymo called me a scatterbrain. The next time he gets caught by the Empire, I'm leaving him to rot. We may have surmounted the latest trial, but the worst is yet to come. We must remain focused. I will not see our efforts wasted in futile regret. And as for Thancred, he and I have much to discuss. I understand you gave our fallen brothers and sisters a proper burial. I'm sure they appreciated it. When the Empire is beaten and all of this is over, let us visit them at the church. She hasn't said a word to me since the rescue. Was it all for nothing? For many years, I dedicated my life to the research and development of Magitech, unable or unwilling to see the repercussions of my work. And though I have since left Garlemald behind, its scientists continue to build upon my work. I fear that this new weapon may be another example of that, an ancient relic enhanced with technologies I created. Yet even should that be the case, it would still require a brilliant mind to... No, he didn't. Who could he be talking about? Who could be building on his technologies? What's next on the agenda? We're ready to go to work.
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, Grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Sid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this.
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm, and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more.
Not just once.
Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them.
Ah, so this is when I start getting the title of Warrior of Light. I was just having that discussion the other night. We've been Adventurer up till now, Icon Slayer, Bane of Titan.
Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends, let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
$59. Did we just go from 46 to 49? It's a good thing we didn't have to level grind in between. All present? Then let us begin. Why can't this be voice acted? We have received the details of the impending operation. In what promises to be the largest single counteroffensive in the realm's troubled history, the Alliance will strike at every Imperial stronghold standing upon Eorzean soil. As might be expected, the operation will be complex, but you need not commit its intricacies to memory. It is enough that each man understands his part and plays it to the best of his ability. The finer instructions you will receive at each staging point. To begin, let us review the distribution of our forces. From west to east, the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah, and the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania. Next, let us examine the locations of the Imperial strongholds. Near Limsa, we have Castrum Occidens, situated in eastern Villebrand, and Castrum Marinum, which lies to the south and east in the midst of the Rotana Sea. Near Ul'dah, we have Castrum Meridanum to the north, and the coastal outpost at Cape Westwood, which connects Castrum Marianum to the mainland by means of a Magitech transporter. Near Gridania, we have Castrum Oriens, which lies upon the eastern edge of the Twelvewood. And finally, in Mordona stands Castrum Centri, a thorn in the heart of Eorzea. The forthcoming operation will see Allied forces assault each of the aforementioned locations with the ultimate objective of destroying the Empire's new weapon, housed within Castrum Meridianum. As one might expect of the Black Wolf's seat of power, Castrum Meridianum boasts all but impenetrable defenses. If we are to breach it, we must needs isolate it from its sister strongholds. But to do otherwise would be to risk being caught twixt hammer and anvil. The operation will comprise 4 distinct phases, all told. The first shall see us eliminate one of the Black Wolf's most trusted lieutenants, Rititin Sas Arvina. According to our intelligence, the Prefectus is due to visit the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind for an inspection. When he arrives, we shall dispatch an elite adventurer unit to eliminate him. Gale, we would have you lead this assault. Rititin is a peerless field tactician. Shorn of his leadership, the garrison at Castrum Occidens will be as a snake without its head. Phase 2 will see us sever Castrum Meridianum's primary lines of supply. As soon as Rititan's presence is confirmed at the coastal outpost, the Maelstrom will lay siege to Castrum Occidens. At that very hour, the Lominsa Armada, helmed by the Admiral herself, shall move to blockade Castrum Marinum. Meanwhile, in the Twelves Wood, the Order of the Twin Adder will surround Castrum Oriens. And they'll have the Sylphs to help them. Phrixio's been waiting for a chance to avenge these ones. Phase 3 shall see us all neutralize Castrum Meridianum's defenses. Forming our main thrust, the Immortal Flames will march against the stronghold with all their strength, while the enemy's eyes are thus drawn outwards. Another elite adventurer unit shall infiltrate the Castrum. Its mission, to disable the Magitech field generator which protects the Praetorium, a fortress within a fortress wherein the ultimate weapon is believed to be housed. Gale, we would have you take command once more. Meanwhile, the Order of the Twin Adder will blockade the railway which connects Centri and Meridianum, preventing the timely arrival of reinforcements from Mordona. A wise precaution. The monstrous locomotive which runs back and forth between the two castra is capacious enough to transport a small army, by all accounts. It is well the Garleans did not think to give it wings. Oh, that's right, that was Ul'dah. Once Meridianum's defenses have been comprised, the operation will enter its fourth and final phase. This will see the Immortal Flames enter the stronghold and suppress the remnants of the enemy garrison, allowing Gale's unit to pass unopposed into the Praetorium, where they will locate and destroy the ultimate weapon. By this feat shall the operation be deemed a success. In addition to the Grand Companies, we can count upon the support of a variety of other parties, from the pirates of Lominsa to the monetarist of Ul'dah. In all, the operation will involve no fewer than 12 major factions. Legends hold that the Archons were 12 in 1 and 1 in 12. It is for this reason that our grand endeavor has been dubbed Operation Archon. And we have 12 gods. Countless free companies have also pledged their swords, and more join us by the day. At long last, all of Eorzea is rising as one. As before, we Scions shall work in concert with the grand companies. Yida, Papalymo, Ul'dah, pray accompany your respective organizations on their missions. Urianger, I would have you represent us in Ul'dah. Rest assured the financiers that they have made a sound investment. When that is done, pray return here and aid in the coordination of our forces. Tataru, please assist Urianger in any way you are able and ensure that everyone is kept abreast of the latest developments. Minfilia, Sid, and I shall accompany the main host in an advisory capacity. It will be our task to analyze intelligence as it comes into our possession and make the necessary recommendations to command. As Alphinaud mentioned, you are to lead the elite unit of adventurers whose task it will be to see each of Operation Archon's main objectives fulfilled. Yours is the most important role of all, and like to be the most dangerous. Pray, choose your party well, and stint not in your preparation. The battle for the future of the realm is about to begin. Together, let us show the Black Wolf the power of a united Eorzea. Pray, report to the Immortal Flames encampment situated to the north of here when you are ready to be briefed on your first mission. I cannot stress this enough, but please be careful. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh, we have side quests. Of course we have side quests. Read the riptides and the winds, and brace yourself for the coming storm. Learned as much when I sailed as a yellow jacket, aye? The wisdom of the seas have served me just as well on land. The beast tribes are a storm in the brewin, and neither the scions nor the city-states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I start with the kobolds. I reckon they've grown a bit too big for their britches of late. One more thing I learned as a yellow jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, I've vowed to round up some new allies. In Camp Overlook, you'll find a crew of pirates who've given up pillaging and plundering, and now fly the flag of the Maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the kobold menace, but I've a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Might you travel to Camp Overlook and speak to Commander Blewiden in my stead? You'd be doing us a great service, aye. I call upon you as a fellow scion, Gale, to assist our allies in meeting a mutual objective. The Maelstrom needs every sword it can summon to stifle the Sahagan advance. I implore you to journey to Camp Skull Valley and discuss the matter with Falkbreda and render what remedy you can. This was all his idea, yet in the end he was the one who had to go and... Goddamn fool. 62, 63, 60... Oh, Gale, just warming up for the operation. We're going to accompany the Gridanians. How many times was that? God's sake, Yida, we have the operation to think about, and you're wearing yourself down by exercising? Your form isn't even correct. It's cheating to swing your arms. I appreciate that you have nervous energy, but there will be no shortage of opportunities to expand it when we go toe-to-toe against the Garleans. Each phase of Operation Archon must be executed to perfection, Gale. The fate of Eorzea hangs in the balance. The Maelstrom has committed its forces to the operation. In fact, the pirates look forward to their part in this naval warfare with something approaching unholy glee. You need only concentrate on the task that lies before you. We stand vigilant at your back. The chief? To be honest, I don't know where he is or what he's up to at the moment. Probably busy doing something only he can do. Oh, hey! They all found each other! Tataru, I suppose it wasn't meant to be. Bah! Brent thinks he had it bad. Try bribing a pirate and see where that gets you. Good thing you and me escaped those bastards way back when, eh? Have a seat, lad. I was just telling me brothers here about the time these Amalja saved me from the blast raids. Hard to believe, I know, but it's true. Listen to these two swapping their stories. Life ain't always gotta be an adventure, I say. Me, I'm the sort who enjoys a nice, relaxing carriage ride paired with a bottle of Bacchus. And that's a 46. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arise from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness and return to the tale avow that ne'er before have they seen its like. The god's quiver doth investigate as we speak, and meseems Bow-Lord Lewin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Pray hie thee to the seat of the first bow, and shine thy light upon the matter. That's a 46, that's a 47, that's a 48. Let's see, what do you have for sale? Nothing I want. What do you have for sale? Oh, you're just a mender. Sure, mend my things. I should have done something. Done anything. Oh, you already said that. Yeah, I know. You're sad. My dear friends, Abba and Oli came to the Scions with a burning passion to deliver this realm from darkness, a passion I could never muster. They fought bravely and with honor until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much in the battlefield. I wanted nothing more than to honor my fallen comrades, to carry on their fight. But how? One day it struck me. I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield, but my mind is sharp enough. I resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me, we can ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes, with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we must find strong and loyal allies to quell the beastman menace. You are familiar with the U, perhaps, a tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses. I'm convinced, I always say U, it's you. I'm convinced that they would prove invaluable allies in the battle against the Ul'dah, if only they could be won over. The U respect strength above all. I fear they'd sooner gut me than listen to my tale, but if you spoke, they would listen, I am certain of it. And so I ask you, friend, travel to Forgotten Springs and speak to Udo Nun in my stead. Alright, is that everybody? We're gonna go collecting allies? Alright. Still no kitties back there. The entire headquarters is up in arms. I can scarce stay abreast of all the going-ons. You and me both. And that's the one that we'll do last. Alright, so we'll just do them in order. And yes, when we return, that will count as a trip to the Waking Sands. Or should it? I wouldn't actually go in the Waking Sands. I'm just returning to North Thanalan. Or Thanalan. The Slayer of Titan returns. The Slayer seeks something of the U, yes? What is it that you seek? So, you would have us join your fight against the Ul'dah. Humph. The U do not care for the lizardmen, this is true, but the U fight no battles but our own. That is what my tribesmen will say. I am not unwilling to help you, but I know you better than they. The word of the noon is law. Those who turn a deaf ear to the noon, they will no longer have ears. I could order my tribe to fight for you. That would be good for you, yes, but would it be good for the U? That is my question. You have proven yourself to me, but to many of the U, you are just another outsider. If you would earn their trust, you will do it yourself. Speak to my tribeswomen, and hear with their own ears how they feel about you. I helped them all. The U fight whom we want to fight, when we want to fight. Is that so difficult for an outsider to understand? Good proper use of the word whom. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Join your fight? Why would the U help an outsider when we've problems of our own? I can't roll my R's. Whatever. I answer to the Nun and none other. Begone, outsider. This is no place for you. You are inside. Just checking. No, maybe not. Am I on the wrong side of the river? I'm on the wrong side of the river. Now I'm confused. Oh, you're up in the tree. Look at here, cat. I have heard tales of your strength, yet if you were strong, why do you not fight your own battles? 'Cause I've got like 16 other battles to fight right now, and I could use some help. You have returned, but I would ask you to leave me. I am first and foremost known to my people, and their needs concern me more than yours. I have a level 29 ring. I will most definitely replace it. Outsider, I told you to... You would help the you? You outsiders puzzle me, but I would be fooled to refuse your aid. I am told that some of the tribeswomen have been ambushed and captured by the lizardmen. If the rumors are true, they bear grave wounds. The you are no strangers to death, but to die without a fair fight, that is no way for an you to die. I would ask you not to rescue them. If they are truly you, their pride will not allow it. Ease their wounds with this salve, and they will take care of themselves. She's up, isn't she? Kick it, Chocobo. Cha! Have you leveled up yet? Oh, you did. Oh, what do I want to give you? Increased companion strength or increased companion mind? Do I want you to be more of a healer? You have regen. I want you to be more of a DPS. What's next? HP and HP. Restore. Okay, that will give me the cure. And some accuracy and accuracy. Oh, decisions, decisions. I think I need you a healer more than anything. Oh, and apparently I can do both. Well then, by golly, let's do both. Watch yourself, stranger. Wounded or not, my claws are still sharp. A traditional blend of herbs and sandworm blubber used by warriors of the Yu tribe to soothe battle-weary joints and muscles. I know not why you help me, but I thank you. And then you attack me. While the cat scampers off. Gah! I'd die sooner than admit defeat to the lizardmen. Let me help with that. Thank you, friend. I'll not forget this debt. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Ugh, the pain. Thank you, stranger. By your kindness, I live to fight another day. Alright, let's go back. Fly, Chocobo! The missing three have returned, and return with lizardmen heads. You are a true friend to the Yu, outsider. No. Wait, regular elixir? You never see regular elixir anymore. I'll still take the coin. The Yu are a proud people. It is not easy for us to express gratitude, to outsiders most of all. But those you saved would speak to you. Do them the favor of hearing their words. They told me you were strong, but now I have seen with my own eyes. I would be honored to do battle by your side. I don't know your scions from a hole in the ground, but your friends are my friends, and your enemies are my enemies. Let us crush the beastmen together. I thought I was lizard grub for sure until you came to my rescue. What say we crack some lizard skulls together? You gave me back my strength and my honor. This is a kindness I must repay. Should you require my aid, you have it. I trust you have heard the answer you seek. The Yu do not open their hearts to outsiders easily, but these bonds we do form are that much stronger. To protect our freedom and our newfound friends, the Yu will fight this battle. Return and tell your Scion companions that the strength of the Yu is with them. Go in safety and know that you will always be welcome here. True Yu, oh baby, true Yu. Anyway, off to the shroud. This unlocks something. Is this King Mughal? Oops! Okay. I fell in a ditch. We're discussing how best to deal with the Ixali threat. Perhaps an adventurer such as you could offer a fresh perspective on the matter. Have you perhaps heard mention of the Ixali tribe of beastmen? Long beaks, sharp talons. They are a brutal race, preying on both men and beasts with equal savagery. It is not an exaggeration to call them our most bitter enemies, and now we have frequent reports of the birdmen seen not a stone's throw from the city walls. Have a care not to end up in one of their stew pots, stripling. Who do you call him, stripling? You actually inside. Okay. Why the Archers Guild, you ask? Perchance you are familiar with the popular saying about keeping one's friends close, and so on? Yes, well, I strongly disagree with its sentiments on enemies. The world can seem clearer when viewed down an arrow's shaft, but an archer must think of more than just the target. It was my people, the Ellison, who gave rise to the noble tradition of archery. To see it thus parodied by outsiders, it is an outrage. Only those of the God's Quiver are permitted past this point. I suggest you step away from the doors. But the guy I want to talk to is over here. And he even wants me to go through those doors. Oops, wrong button. Nice place. Fairheart, I've heard much of your deeds on recent days. You come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Who was that man in black? I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand. Though still unsubstantiated, ill rumors stir amongst the townspeople of late. Rumors of a shadow-clad knight who I know what this is. Who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect, but we have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets, Fairheart, speak with the people, and hear their words with your own ears. I forgot about this one. The Ghost Knight? Aye, I saw him, clad from head to toe in an armor that seemed forged from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hellsborn steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. Aye, saw him clear as day, or clear as night, you might say, with me own 2 eyes. More feasome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've travelled, but I can assure you, ye've never not seen more frightened a beast. One thing I can tell you, friend, that was no spectre or shadow. Nay, he was as solid as you or me. I'm getting a little lag here. You don't stick up at me like that, friend. Forgive me, ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I know the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. Just a cat perched on the lamppost. Oh, we're not dropping frames, we're just going slow. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you up in my position, you'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know that this is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all of our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. Somebody's playing Zelda music. Was that the warp whistle from Mario 3? A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword, and hellsborn steed? It's clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately prescient. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed is as I feared. The rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the dark divinity. It is my suspicion that the dark horseman of rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore, that this malevolent presence is a primal. And yet, before the gods' quiver take action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarry Mill, and seek out Brother O. Ap Pessi. I would know what he knows, and be swift, fair Hort. If Odin is truly come to the shroud, time is not on our side. Oh good, my frames are back up. I think it's just being in the cities that actually eats up some of it. Oh, there's more stuff here. Why is there more stuff here? Oh boy. Well, the Alliance has taken its time to prepare, and so shall we. I am O. Ap Pepsi, and you must be the adventurer I've been expecting. Ah, yes, Odin, the dark divinity. Bold Lord Lewin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world, wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish earth herself, and countless multitudes of her people. At long last, a great hero of Alog did arise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain and his spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years, this was thought to be a mere wives' tale, a ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeological studies at Allegan ruins have unearthed damning evidence to the contrary, and now, these rumors. The scripture claimed that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's font deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I had ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes. But this was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and that the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you into Earth's font to investigate the matter, and be forewarned, your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirit stand in your way, this water of cleansing should avail you. Let's see what you guys want while I'm here. Boo! I am the dark rider of the shroud. Ooh! Thou art scaredeth of me, art thou notteth? If thou art not, thou art a fool. Kneeleth before me now. Okay. You twerp. Ha ha! Yes, thou art wise to feareth me, adventurer, but the dark rider does not forget a fool so easieth. If thou wouldst serveth me, thou must doeth my bidding. Doeth mine bidding, or I shall slayeth you for treason and insub not doingeth what thy master telleth you to do. The dark rider doth desireth 3 kedwings. Why? It is not thine place to asketh why. 3 kedwings, not 2, not 4. Thou hast best remembereth well, or I shall have it your head. Twerp. More regular elixir. Another day on the hunt, and naught but antelope meat to show for it. Personally, I don't mind the stuff, as stringy and grisly as it might be, but just once I'd like to treat my dear wife and children to a real feast. The wild hoggins in these parts look to have some good flesh on them, but I fear those tusks would tear a humble hunter like myself to pieces. Would you be so kind as to bag 5 of them in my stead? The kid only wants 3. And those are only keds. Wait, what's this one? Pie? I don't need piety, but I'll go ahead and eat it for the XP boost. Firecrackers. Doo-doo. Do 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 do. Really? I was gonna, let you live. But if you want to die, I won't deny you. The last of the Alligans. I think a certain cat person might argue with that, but sure, if we insist. Where's my water? Oh, I already used that. Almost. My son will be back up in a second. Alright, now let's do it. Oh, you brat, that would have been close. Nope, nope. Whee! Don't worry, Chocobo. One of these days you'll fly here. I want to get this off, but I can't. The Dark Rider dost desireth Ked wings. Art thou too weak to slayeth mere Keds? The thin, transparent wing of a Ked. Wow, are those really Ked wings? I can't wait to show them off to Father. Thou hast proven thy loyalty well. The Dark Rider of the Shroud hereby nameth you his loyal squire. That means you can come play with the... That means you can't serveth me whenever thou'st like. Who knew it was so easy to boss around an adventurer? Methinks my spineless dad could learn a thing or two from me. How fare ye on the hunt, adventurer? A single stake of bright yellow fat runs through this otherwise lean chunk of porcine flesh. Just look at those succulent slices of boar flesh. Why, my mouth waters just looking at 'em. 1 slice for my wife, 4 for my children. Yes, this will do splendidly. Where's my slice, you say? Antelope meat is good enough for me. Perhaps one day, when I'm skilled enough to fell a wild boar on my own, I'll allow myself to indulge. I could have killed one more for you. The crystalline jail that held the dark divinity in check. Were you able to ascertain what has become of it? This stone may have been the only thing preventing the Elder Primer Olden's return from Eorzea, and now the stone is destroyed. Magical energy still remains in this stone, though its powers have grown dim. What's more, behold how the stone has been cleaved clear in twain by Odin's fell blade, there can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt as to the identity of our unwelcome guest, and yet it is all most curious. If the dark divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Anyway, any road, you are to be commended for your bravery, adventurer. Simi is preparing a report on this very matter as we speak. I would be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. Who? This way? Oh, up. Stairs. So, it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's font has been broken, and the dark divinity rides again. I must draft a report immediately. I don't want any of them. Your assistance in the investigation has proven invaluable, adventurer. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report. A thorough survey of all eyewitnesses' reports, along with the most credible theories regarding the dark divinity's presence in the shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the report to Brother Pessy, and Beaulord Lewin myself. The Scions, too, will no doubt be eager to learn of our findings. I'd be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Urianger in my stead. My duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the dark divinity draws his blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. I actually think I'm going to pop over here in Alport and save here because it is 8 o'clock and I have been sitting in this chair for nigh on 12 hours and I have not had dinner. And I think it's a 2-hour and 45-minute stream for this is about my average, if not more than my average. So, and considering the fact that I haven't hit over 40 frames per second in a while, it's given me a headache. So I'm going to say farewell, folk. I will be back tomorrow to clean up the side adventurers and then execute Operation Archon. So thank you for your time, and we will see you again soon. Sorry we could not explore the cat camp tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. So long.